know how exactly it started, but I think I just started seeing stuff on Pinterest, and then I went down the rabbit hole, and schools and like housing at college is so expensive, and I don't really need all that stuff. So I thought, what's a better way? I can live in a van.
When she decided she wanted to do it, literally I would get 20, 30, 40 Pinterest things
That
on
might
my
be an
text
exaggeration.
phone. You know, I'm at work, all of a sudden, that's a great idea, ding, ding, ding. And my phone's just blowing up with all these ideas. She wanted to be involved. You know, I could have just gone in there and built it how I wanted to build it and probably been done a lot faster. But to have the experience and the time spent with her, and you know the frustrations that you have when I'm visualizing something and I can see it perfectly and they can't see it till I build it. It was a lot. Nothing in there is normal to what I do every day. Your creativity is your only limit. That's all.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Roston. I'm 20, and this is my van, Veronica. I got her in 2017, and it's a 2017 Ram ProMaster 2500. And we have the shorter wheelbase because it just seemed kind of bulky to have the extra length at the back. But basically on the outside, all we've done is we added this for shore power. It's just an easy basic plug. And then up top, we have 3 100-watt solar panels and a fantastic fan. So welcome to the inside. I have a very like hippie type of style, and so that kind of made me do a very sustainable interior and everything. So there's lots of like plants because it's just the greenery is so happy and makes it feel like home instead of feeling kind of like a van. I like to do a lot of like wood because it feels so natural. I know a lot of people do tile and everything, but I think that starts to feel cold. I don't know. So I really wanted to have curtains, but we were trying to figure out how we could do a curtain rod without it looking like tacky or anything. So we decided to make it out of copper, and my dad and I just did it ourselves. And then I can't figure out exactly what curtains I want. These are what I have now, and I made this part short so it can go over this. So it's a little janky, but it's okay. We decided to put a wall behind the driver's seat because we thought that was kind of safe with having like things be able to fly towards the front if something were to happen. And then I did a big cabinet. This is like pantry style. I'm not fully living in this right now, so there's not really food in there. And then I have like other kitchen things up here. And these we just made out of old pallet wood because we have it and it's free and sustainable. I have this knife magnet that's actually really strong. I was a little bit unsure how that would work. I made this actually for my college dorm and then decided to put it in here because it fit nicely. We've got our solar panel readout here. We've had a lot of issues actually with our solar, but I think we're finally figuring it out, which is good. And then I've got some storage here for like kitchen things. I wanted like a good long faucet because I thought, well, you know, if I don't have access to a shower, I need to wash my hair, I could technically do that in there. So this is actually just a galvanized tub from like Tractor Supply, and we just put a little drain in it and then made it so it was like a little bit slanted. So this is literally like, and it can come out if you need to like wash it or something. It just has that on the bottom to go into the gray tank. But I just thought it looked like kind of rustic farmhouse type of style. That's what I grew up with. So we ordered burlap sacks, like old coffee sacks, and have just glued them there. And then we had extra, so we nailed it down to the countertop and then did resin over the top of it, which took way more than we thought. We made these little dams to like have a thick enough countertop, and I like it even though it's not perfect. So there's the overhead that are more of like a blue light, and then these that are more of a yellow light. That was accidental. But they're just like the cheapest like 12-volt lights that you could get, and they're just really easy because they're inset. So this drawer is like a deep drawer, and it's kind of a little bit the junk drawer. It's not very full now because, as I said, I'm not fully living in here, but it's full length. It goes all the way back. This is our inverter electrical zone. I always feel like I want to put something else over here because it feels like dead space, but I've had to get my whole body in there before, so I need to kind of leave it as that. This, we decided not to go with a Dometic fridge. because they're really expensive, and this one is basically the same thing. So it's on this little drawer, so it can fully open, and it's not even turned on right now because that would be a waste of energy, but it's just easy to set, and then you just put it back in. And then we have this lock because we figured out that if you don't lock it, it'll fly open when you're driving, and that's not super fun. So then above here, to maximize counter space, we made our Coleman stove in here, and then I just have propane down here, and you just hook it up. Obviously I have to have the fan open or the doors open because I'm not trying to just breathe in CO2. But yeah, so if I'm not cooking with the stove, I can just have all of this counter space to do whatever I want. And then I have 3 drawers here. This one's like silverware and things, and it's just kind of smaller. This is like seasonings, other kitchen whatever. And then this one is where I keep like extra cups and like my French press and different reusable baggies and things like that. This is the water station. I have a 5-gallon water tank, and then usually there's a gray tank in here too, but it's getting cleaned right now. And that's also just where I keep my extra propane and like extra paper towels, cutting boards, whatever. Up here, I have just like dishes and bowls and things. And I decided to have these come down just because like it's cool to have it go up, but then you have to buy one of those special hinges that keeps it up. And I was like, I don't need that extra expense. And then I have these to latch it in. They're actually way better than I thought. I wasn't sure if they would stay closed, but they do. And then this one is like pots and pans and things. I could fit a lot more in there, but I just have not yet. So this part back here, it's pretty deep. We added that later actually. That's for clothes and things like that. And then we actually just like last week added this. It's just closet space because I figured I'm gonna be living in this at college and I might need to do job interviews and I don't want wrinkly clothes. And then I have this cubby space. I just have like some baskets to hold like socks and things, and then I have shoes at the bottom, which is really convenient. And this space up here was dead space, and then I figured out I could put my blanket up there, so that's perfect. So here I have a cushion that is removable, and then this opens up and we have our batteries down here. So there's like the fuse and everything, and I think it's 300 amp hours of power. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. And then to do ventilation, we drilled holes down here, and if you actually look at it, it's the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, but like not in their appropriate spot, but intertwined, just because I thought if I have to drill holes, I might as well make them something. So this is the bed. I decided to put my head on this side because I have a like bedside table on this side, and that way no one ever has to hit their head on this if they wake up in the night or something. But it's just a like simple mattress. I think it's a full. I'm pretty sure it's full. And then I have a mattress pad on top because the mattress was cheap and is not that comfortable. So I have this bookshelf that I added recently. It's kind of funny because it's like totally slanted, but we put a little bar on it so things don't fall out. But yeah, it's just like you can put your phone up there or whatever. It's just easy to have for books and knickknacks and things like that. And then I also have this like hamper section that way like my clothes are out of the way, and it doubles as the bedside table. So I have these nice like little twig jewelry holders on the side of the cabinet here. And I have like my own personal jewelry and then the jewelry that I make. I make crystal jewelry and I have an Etsy shop, and it's like one of my passion projects. So that's really cool to have just right inside here. When we added this table or closet recently, I decided to add this outdoor table too. Just so my dad was laughing at me. He's like, what are you ever gonna use that for? But I think it's perfect for just hanging out outside. This like button situation here is an old bobbin from a sewing machine, just because we had it and we could reuse it. So this is the garage basically. It's not super full right now because I just don't need that much here right now, but I have like all of my supplies for making jewelry. I have like emergency things in here, sleeping bag. We have propane storage for extra propane. And I've got like a table and chairs and a grill, and then my plug for shore power goes back here. I kind of thought initially that we were gonna finish the wood back here, but I ended up kind of liking it. It just looks rustic to me. I'm a biology major, chemistry minor. I was doing like a little research job with one of my professors. Really, I sell jewelry on Etsy, and I have a health and wellness like side hustle that I do too. So my friends and I, we just decided we were gonna drive to Minnesota. And we only paid for one campground the entire month we went. And it was just like so exciting. We went through like Moab and Yellowstone, tons of awesome places.
And it's something I wish I would have done. I mean, I think that part of me leaves with her every time she takes the van out, you know, and I get to experience it through the photos and the videos she sends us, and I'm like all for it, because we live in such a confined box, you know, and once you become an adult, let's just call it that, you know, job ties you down or whatever is your anchor, you lose that opportunity to go experience the road where nobody sees. I mean, people are in such a hurry to get places. This slows you down and lets you see what's out there.
It's just so freeing. You go somewhere and you love it, you can spend an extra day. You can spend an extra couple days, like it doesn't matter. Just step into it. If you're feeling called to do this, like you need to learn the lessons that van life teaches you for some reason. And it might seem hard or like daunting at first, but once you get into it, it's really all attainable. You can find me on Instagram. I have a personal and a van Instagram. The van one is Wander Off Grid, and my personal is Moonrise Soul. And then I have a YouTube channel where I post some van things as well, and that's just Jocelyn Roston.